think we are live on... Oh, hang on. This one is not live.
Oh, well.
Your account is not eligible to use this feature. Is that the Ecto?
No, that's the Gotham Cinema.
Yeah, it's probably not
All right, so Ecto1NJ?
Yes.
YouTube here?
YouTube.
Okay.
We're there.
We're here. Hi, Internet. We're a little late. We
Hi,
apologize. Well, if anyone knows me, they know I'm live for everything, but
it was my fault today.
No, it's a collaboration. So, listen, I ditched my sweatshirt because obviously he's got the accent, so he's more sophisticated. I put my glasses on so people, think maybe I'm a little sophisticated.
Oh, I see. I see.
I'm trying.
The sophistication thing. Yeah.
It is. It's the best I can do. So I ditched the hoodie and I try to look presentable today. Because usually I look homeless. It looks like somebody just gave me a Gotham Cinema sweatshirt and that's all I ever wear. So, but it's good to be here. It's good to see you.
It is good to be here.
It's been what, a couple days since Times Square?
Feels like it was yesterday. Was it yesterday?
Well, it went into midnight.
It was Friday, so technically it was yesterday.
But if you guys haven't checked that out, we had a lot of fun in Times Square. This man's ad we had put up there. Now, the Ecto1NJ's not, or Gotham Cinema wasn't special enough where someone's like, hey, we need this, but we did get it up there. It was really cool. My brainchild of a ghost tour, this man's brainchild of doing everything creative for here. It was pretty cool to see that. So had a lot of fun. I mean, what does it feel like for you to have that up there in the middle of the greatest city in the world?
Yeah. Oh, wow. It's weird because I'm not sure it's fully sunk in yet, to be honest, because we've just been so busy.
That's true.
Trying to get everything ready for Comic-Con, and we'll talk about some of the cool things we're going to do over Comic-Con in a bit. But it was pretty epic to see. Yeah, something that I edited on a little screen. Yeah. Then up on the big screen in Times Square.
And listen, I still, remember filming it that night at the warehouse and then the firehouse and not being able to open a back door because my hands were sweating like crazy. But this man put it all together and it looked phenomenal. Like I said, some people thought it was the trailer for Frozen Empire when we had released it.
When we dropped it.
So we had some angry people out there. I mean, I would say a ghost tour is just as much fun, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was very chaotic. Times Square was very busy on a Friday night. It was nice out.
It was, some people, I think, wanted to be in the car in a way that's not normal, right? They were trying to get run over, is the impression that I got. Yeah. There were a number of people that risked their lives, maybe intentionally, so that we could then jump out of the car and capture their ghosts. I think was what was happening.
Seriously. And I see that on a day-to-day during ghost tours. I mean, people are just running in the middle of the street to take a picture of the car. And I mean, usually I'll get on the PA, I say, please, that's not very safe. But the excitement around the Ecto one, it just brings people joy, and that's one of the best parts about doing what we do.
It does.
But yeah, that was a really cool experience. We hope to do something like that in the near future again.
We do.
Maybe we have something up our sleeves for New York Comic Con.
We may well. Yeah. We may well.
Something even bigger, maybe. I don't know.
And maybe we might talk about that later.
Maybe,
if people stay. That's our hook.
Yeah, seriously. We're going to drag this out. We don't do a lot of live stream, but we're going to drag it out and make you guys work for it. But
and we are going to announce the winners, of course. If you're here because you're waiting to hear if you won, and if you don't know about the competition, that's surprising, because that's the purpose of this live stream. That is
a very good point. And I am not what you would call a big social media guy. Obviously, I maintain the accounts for Gotham Cinema and Ecto1, but it takes a lot for me to repost every day. And Matt's just like, hey, reminder, you got to post this. And I made sure to do that so everyone knew that there was a giveaway, because listen, these 4-day passes, they go on the secondary market $500-$600. I mean, it's not something that you just get handed to you. No. So it was pretty cool for us to be able to deliver that for you guys, for all the loyalty and support that you've shown Creative Geekery and the Ecto1NJ and Gotham Cinema Rides and all of our vehicles. Ecto1 Manhattan, which is actually right there. I know you can't see it, but
sure.
So there's an Ecto here, there's an Ecto right there. So that's pretty cool.
This is one of the coolest places to sit in the world. I will just say that you're literally surrounded by Ectos. That's an unusual thing.
That's true. Now, if I say it, I kind of sound like a jerk because, I run this place. But I would agree with that sentiment. That it is pretty cool.
Right.
And there's some other cars on the other side as well.
There are. We're surrounded by movie history in this room.
Yeah, that is very true. And you know, the cool thing about this place is a lot of people may not realize that, but you can rent this place out for your party. Now, right behind us, there's a 150-inch projector screen, and we turn these cars around where you can sit like it's a drive-in theater. And we have some theater seats. You can hang out for a few hours. We have a bunch of arcade games. We have some vintage arcade games in the front of the shop. I'm an avid toy collector, so there's plenty of memorabilia. Just a little bit. Yeah. And even behind us, which again you can't see, but we have these very movie-like lockers that I drove down to Philadelphia in a U-Haul to pick up from, just to really recreate the firehouse atmosphere. And there's green tile. So one day we'll give you a tour. But yeah, just so if you didn't know, you can rent this place out. Reach out to bookings at Gotham Cinema Ride. If you have any interest in that, come hang out. Football Sunday, you can rent it out for Football Sunday. We have like 7 TVs here. So NFL Sunday ticket. I mean, again, we don't just do Ghostbusters. We do everything. We cater to everybody. So.
Right. And if you're interested in any of that stuff, or you even just want to inquire, hey, could I do this or could I do that? Or if there's something you're interested in doing with one of the cars, if you just go to GothamCinemaRides.com and contact us, you can just sign up, or you can actually do the sign up, and then you're on our mailing list, and you'll find out more about what we're doing and the events that are coming up, any live streams like this that we're doing, giveaways in the future. So you know, if you're not fortunate enough to be a winner today, you know, there's opportunity to win again in the future. And I would just say about that, we had a lot of people apply.
Oh yeah,
there was a lot of people that applied for tickets. So
thank you to everybody out there who did apply and dealt with probably my annoying posts of like, hey, go do this. But I promise you, if you win, it's worth it, because Comic-Con is a good time. I mean, New York Comic-Con, I went the first time, it was 2013. I didn't even know you needed a ticket. I just kind of walked in. But nowadays, you got to tap in, tap out. It is a big to-do. And there's some star-studded guests there. So yeah, if you did join and you did win, you know, like I said, we'll get there. But really, just thank you to all, again, the support that you guys show all of us here. So, and you know what? This man did all the creative. I was trying to repost it. But a big shout out to our good buddy Chris down in Lafayette. Sorry, I was going to say New Orleans, Lafayette. He's not here with us. He'll be here with us on Comic-Con. He's coming up. But big shout out to Chris. He's the marketing mogul that drives Gotham Cinema Rides. So it'll be exciting to have Chris. So if you're watching, hey buddy, appreciate all your help, because half of this stuff that you talk about marketing, I don't understand. I'm counting on my hand. I don't get it. But yeah, excited to have you come up this week. And you know what? You guys can do some tours, because like, it's been hot out. I've put the jumpsuit on. I had a couple the last couple days, and it's been warm. So I think you're gonna have to, you know, start, you know, hauling this thing around New York City. and listen, anyone out there, if you're interested, I take applications, because I can't do all the tours myself. So if you know Ghostbusters, you can handle this thing. Right. Please, just email me a resume, and we'll get you going. You don't need a CDL.
An experienced driver or a wannabe experienced driver.
Sure. Yeah. You know how to wield a proton pack? Send your resume. Send it over. But, you know, speaking of ghost tours.
Yes.
So Hook and Ladder 8, official, you know, what's their Instagram? Oh my goodness, I'm sorry, Nick, I'm forgetting right now.
Official
Ghostbusters HQ. Wow. Yeah. Woo, Ghostbusters fan, that's a big miss. So they just released some Comic-Con shirts. We are proud to say that, I won't say partnered with, but we have a bunch of them. So with every ghost tour that is booked, Comic-Con weekend, you guys are going to get a free New York's Comic-Con Hook and Ladder 8 shirt, complimentary of Gotham Cinema Rides. So big shout out to everybody down there. Really excited about that. We wanted to get it a little earlier, but the artwork wasn't done yet. But if you do book a ghost tour, that's a freebie on top of all the snacks that you get with us, because you know, you get the Twinkies, the Crunch Bars, and the Cheez-Its. And you know what? Just for this weekend, we're bringing back that homemade Ecto Cooler. Because, you know, High C kind of let us down with a big surprise and put a bunch of other stuff no one cared about out. So, so if you're around Comic-Con weekend and you book a ghost tour, t-shirt, snacks, Ecto Cooler. If you bring your kids, they're gonna be bouncing off the walls. It's a great time. I'll let them go on the PA. You know, they can say whatever they want. It's New York City, and pretty much, you know, we want to do in that Ecto.
And the shirts are great, by the way. The artwork's really, really cool. And we'll be posting some stuff on our social media accounts in the next couple of days, promoting ghost tours over Comic-Con, but also that will include the pictures of the shirt.
Oh yeah.
And other stuff. So yeah, we're pretty excited to be able to. I'm excited to get one.
Yeah. Well, did you book a tour though?
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, it's just this guy. What, he's just taking everything that's free. Just because he does all the artwork and, I work him to death.
I'll book a tour.
Seriously.
I'll use this iPad.
Yeah, get online right now, book a tour.
I'm doing it. I'm sorry.
You know how expensive things are these days? This guy.
I'm embarrassed.
Oh, my God. Just because we threw your tea in the river back in the day, thinking you're getting a shirt. Come on now.
Wow.
I think we'll find one for him. But so that brings us to New York Comic Con, right?
Yes.
All right. So New York Comic Con starts Thursday and Sunday. It's very exciting. Now, from a Ghostbusters perspective, you have some heavy hitters coming.
We really do.
Yeah.
One in particular.
That's true. We have Ernie Hudson and Annie Potts, who are frequent members of the convention circle. Ernie Hudson, super nice guy. He signed the Ecto-1 NJ and the Ecto-1 Manhattan. We have not gotten Annie Potts yet. I've not run across her at any conventions. But the one that I believe were alluding to was Sigourney Weaver.
Yes, Sigourney Weaver, and which is crazy because, again, from my understanding and experience at least, she doesn't come to many conventions.
That is true. I've been to enough, and I have not seen her on the roster before. So this is the first that I've ever seen her.
Right.
So it's a pretty big deal. And again, obviously, she's done so many other things, Alien and Avatar, and so many other different movies.
Right.
It's not just strictly Ghostbusters. So there's plenty of other fans out there.
Yeah.
But that's a really cool opportunity for people to go, and converse with her. And they're doing a panel as well, I think.
They're doing a panel for Alien. So a couple of the cast of Alien are going to be there as well, and Sigourney's going to be with them. I think that's Saturday at 11, is my memory serves
I'd
me.
have to check the group chat.
But that's the time that's happening. And then she's doing photos with the Alien cast and photos with the cast from Ghostbusters. So those are 2 photo opportunities, and I think there are still tickets available. I hope there are still tickets available because we're hoping to do one of those.
Yes, we are.
At Comic-Con. So yeah, definitely an opportunity to do that. And I was going to say, if there's something you're excited about for Comic-Con or something that you want to ask us, throw it in chat. We will use our binoculars to look at the phones because we try to get.
Well, we could use that phone if you.
That's a really good idea. Let's do that. Let's do that.
We could.
Here, I'm going to give that to you.
All right. Yeah. So.
And we can look at
that. Did that thing ever connect?
No, it didn't.
Of course, no.
It did not. So yeah, if you got a question for us or something that you want to throw in chat to ask us about the amazing cars, about the other vehicles that are not physically behind us right now, like the DeLorean Time Machine, and also the Jurassic Park cars that we have here, and the other things, maybe even Lightning McQueen.
Oh yeah,
back there.
Ka-chow. It's amazing to me about Lightning McQueen is I obviously I was older when cars came out, but anytime I take Lightning McQueen out, people lose it. Like, I did not realize that was going to get such a reaction. It's just incredible. People love seeing it. And now I believe Disney did announce that they're doing a new show for cars for Disney Plus. So, if you haven't gotten your Cars fill, you're going to. And they're even building the Radiator Springs down in Orlando.
They are.
I believe it's going to be available in
There was a question that you will really enjoy answering.
Okay.
Which is, do we have any of the Batman cars?
Well, so there's a couple of Gotham City Police cars right out there. I don't know. It's, I feel like a company that has Gotham in it, it's like, you need a Batmobile, right?
I think it's the law.
I think so. I think people should check out Comic-Con weekend. If you're not there, I think you should check out our socials just to see what may or may not show up in the streets of New York City, because you just never know what might come down 11th Avenue. So I would stay tuned because, I don't know, maybe my gut tells me something might be fun.
Maybe. It's probably going to be a dark night.
You see oh man, this guy, he cracks me up every time. He does. And you know what? The one thing I did forget to mention, going back to Sigourney and Alien. Now, I believe that you had made a prop from one of the new Alien movies, right? On your channel.
Did I do that? I'm trying to remember. I've made a lot of props.
Well, he did. I saw it. So the cool thing about this guy right here, not only does he do all the creative for Gotham Cinema Rides, but he has his own YouTube channel, Creative Geekery. So if you're interested in seeing how he makes things, and he does some really incredible stuff, he's already in the process of putting his house together for Halloween, as he does every year. But there is something from Alien. There's bunch of other props that he's made, so definitely go check out Creative Geekery on YouTube, Instagram, follow, subscribe, like, because like I said, Gotham Cinema would not be as creative without this guy right here. So yeah, sorry, I forgot to mention that. I don't like going back and forth, but
it's all good.
That's kind of how my brain works.
But yeah, if you do like prop building, or at least seeing how like cool things from movies get made, definitely follow my channel. The thing that we're working on right now, I'm literally building Joyce Byers' living room from Stranger Things for our Halloween haunt, and also building some radios from Stranger Things. So those realistic Radio Shack, I say realistic as in it sounds like it's realistic, but that was the brand. I don't know if you remember the brand from Radio Shack back in the day. Realistic.
I remember Radio Shack. I remember Radio Shack. I don't go that far deep, but
they had these radios in season 1 and 2, and I'm currently 3D printing and building some of those radios that will play quotes from the show as part of the walkthrough this year that we're doing.
Nice.
So yeah, Nick's going to try and jump in and see if we can look at some of the chat. And again, we're streaming on live on Ecto1NJ on Instagram, and live on Creative Geekery on YouTube right now. So you can hit up the chat on both of those, and then we'll try very hard to respond to any of your questions that you have for us.
Yeah, I am just not with it technologically, and honestly, everything is on the phone that is currently live streaming now. So I'm doing my best. But what else is going on at Comic-Con now? Obviously, it's not just Ghostbuster centric. There's plenty of other stuff that is going on at Comic-Con.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different things. I mean, there's a whole range of stuff. If you've never been to Comic-Con before, one of the things that's most remarkable, I think, is the amazing cosplay. So on my channel from time to time, I'll interview cosplayers and makers that do stuff at Comic-Cons or for other things, that either build props, or they build outfits, or they create everything.
I will be right back.
He's going to be right back.
I will be right back. Technological break.
They create everything from, I mean, even down to the amazing wigs that cosplayers wear. If you're into anime or manga, then there's some amazing things to see just in the people that are turning up at Comic-Con. And if you going to Comic-Con for the first time, cosplay is totally appropriate and totally good thing to go. But also, it's fine to not turn up in those things and just look at the amazing things that other people have created. The other thing that you'll see at Comic-Con is a number of the fan groups often are well represented. So the 501st will be there. If you're a Star Wars fan, there's always an amazing area with all the Star Wars creators and cosplayers. And then the Ghostbusters will be there. There's a couple of Ghostbusters groups represented who I know are going to be going down to Comic-Con this year. So you'll definitely find a bunch of people wearing their Proton packs. And then, of course, there's a number of key events that are going on throughout Comic-Con. So if you check out the calendar, the first thing you'll find is there's a bunch of panels. If you've not been to a Comic-Con before, panels are an opportunity to see the people that you've seen in movies and in TV shows and other places speak about the particular movie or particular show. We mentioned the Alien panel earlier. There's going to be an Alien panel. There's going to be panels about a bunch of other movies and TV shows there during Comic-Con. And then if you can't get into the panels, and by the way, one piece of advice, if you've never been to Comic-Con, get to the panels early because when you get there, there's already like hundreds of people ready to get in. And if you can't get in, then you can't get in. So make sure that you line up super early. The other thing is that a lot of the toy companies and other organizations that either do comic books or do products or things, they often have panels and they do big reveals. Our friends from Hasbro are going to be there revealing some cool new stuff during Comic-Con. And then just one of my favorite things to do at Comic-Con is really just to meet new friends. So one of the things that I found every Comic-Con I've been to this year, and I've been to a whole bunch of comic conventions this year. I was very lucky to go to Calgary for a fan expo down there. I went to New Orleans. We met the cast from Back to the Future. We went to, I'm trying to remember the other ones I went to this year. Gosh, how many Comic-Cons? We went to Fan Fest in LA. So they're really fun times and really good experiences, and one of the best things is that you meet new people. What happened to the phone, Nick?
Yeah, so everything is going to get texted to the phone that's over there. So that's not going to happen. So, yeah. No,
so you know what? I'm going to go up there and I'm going to go through the chat and we're going to answer the questions.
Sure.
I'm going to get up and see it.
Yeah.
Well, technology breakdown. So.
I heard you talking about toys. So Hasbro did promise that they're going to be releasing some behind-the-scenes footage on the way they came up with, I think, the Retro Kenner product line, which our good friend Pat over at Hasbro, he developed that Ecto Glow Ecto, which is super cool if you have not seen it. We have some Ecto Glows back in the front of the shop there. But and on top of that, those Ecto ones that if you purchased last year on the HasLab campaign, they're supposed to be shipping at the end of the month too.
Right.
So I'm sure that they'll have that on hand as well. I think that panel is earlier in the week, right?
I think it's either Friday or Saturday.
Friday or Saturday.
Let me read a couple of these comments here. Somebody was talking about a Ghostbusters spin-off. That's Extraplasm. Hey, Extraplasm.
Hey, good boy. What's up, my friend?
Hey. Awesome to see you in the chat here. Great to have you. They were talking about doing one where Dana and Janine open a real estate firm for houses that have recently been cleared of ghosts with Winston's investments. Fright flippers. That is amazing. I love that, and I would expect nothing less of you, sir. That was brilliant. Avery's saying, been to San Diego Comic-Con, and they have a lot of activities going on outside the convention. Does NYC Comicon do stuff outside? The environment's actually pretty big.
Yeah.
It's huge. There's multiple floors. I'm going to come back and answer that question in frame. If you've not been to New York Comic Con before, the Javits Center is pretty massive.
Yes.
With
huge.
multiple layers. So there's an area where they have all of the big conference rooms where they do the panels.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have right down at the bottom a huge auditorium which is for signatures.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have a very large open hall, which is the kind of main entry area, which is entirely turned over to Comic-Con, and that's where you'll find a lot of people gathering in groups that are in cosplay or meeting their buddies and friends. And there's a number of cosplay red carpets for particular themes or particular genres or particular fandoms that you'll find in those places. And then if you go all the way up to the top, because the whole of Javits, if you've not been there before, is essentially covered in glass.
Yes.
The whole building.
Yeah.
And they call it the Crystal Palace, the kind of main entry area.
Sticks out. You can't. You cannot miss it if you drive down 11th Avenue.
It does. And so there's elevators that go up different size to the different levels, and then also certainly last year, I don't know if they'll do the same thing this year, but if you go up the escalator to the very top of the Crystal Palace, that's where they had all the cosplay judging, and then they also had all the Star Wars stuff up there. So there's so many things going on through Comic-Con, and it's pretty huge. Not a lot happens outside. I mean, what you will see outside is just cosplay everywhere. It's the only weekend in New York City where you can get on the subway and suddenly find yourself next to a stormtrooper, for instance.
Droves coming down 34th, 35th Street on their way over the Javits. It's quite a sight. And New York Comic Con has just gotten larger and larger and larger every single year. Yeah. I mean, even I don't think Hasbro participated in San Diego, or no, Sony didn't participate in San Diego, but they're participating in New York City. So that just kind of signals where New York City is in terms of, the hierarchy in the comic conventions. Because San Diego was always number one, always has been, still is.
Right.
But New York Comic Con has come a long way from where it was 10, 11 years ago.
It really has. And last year it was just incredible. The number of people that were there was insane. And also the kinds of things that are coming. And again, when you see the kind of level of star that's coming this year, what you would typically classify as A-list Hollywood actors, there's a good number of those coming, like Sigourney Weaver. Lawrence Fishburne is going to be here this year.
I'm going to get my Pee Wee Herman bike signed by him. It's just hanging right there. I take it down.
Literally just over.
I'm going to ditch the Ecto and just hop on Pee Wee's bike and have him sign it.
That's what we should do. Just ride around that all of the Comic-Con.
Absolutely. You know what? We could do Pee Wee tours. There's nothing really significant in the city, but it'd be fun to do it.
Could rent the bike.
Sure.
Wander around. Rent the suit.
I have. You know, there was several Halloweens where I dressed up as Pee-wee because I had a likeliness. Because usually I'm pretty pasty white, you know, and like it just worked. But
you can't be any more pasty white than me.
That's true. Well, this was before I knew you, so I had to grow a beard just to get rid of the Pee-wee look. Really, honestly, that's the only reason I have it. But you know what? It's interesting that someone asked about things outside of the convention because, as I had mentioned...
Oh, I feel a segue coming on.
It's, you know, kind of just right there. You teed it up for me. I think you may see some really interesting things outside of the Comic-Con this year from Gotham Cinema. Now, we're still maybe working the details out of which day, but yeah, definitely keep it locked to our socials. Creative Geekery, Ecto1NJ, Gotham Cinema Rides, Ecto1 Manhattan. Check it out because, yeah, there's going to be some really cool opportunities photo-wise and ghost tour-wise and otherwise in general. So, yeah, I could definitely say that there will be some fun stuff going on outside.
And just to underline that, we're going to be pretty busy.
Yes, yes.
We are very busy over Comic-Con weekend.
Yeah, I am hoping to be driving all of you folks around hour after hour after hour, going to 55 Central Park West and going down to the library and then to the firehouse and back and then so, you know.
Yep.
So
there's tours every 2 hours all day through Comic-Con.
Yeah, and you can book right on the portal. You don't have to email us anymore. Just go to GothamCinemaRides.com/NYCC. This man set up a very easy port. You could pick your seat in the Ecto1NJ. He's going to be putting the Ecto1 Manhattan in a couple of days. Did you do that yet?
Not yet, but they'll be added.
Somebody just asked
about prices for ghost tours, so it's $199 a person for a ghost tour.
Yeah.
And with that, what you get is you obviously get to sit in the Ecto for Comic-Con. You get your free T-shirt.
You get your free T-shirt.
You get the snacks.
You get your snacks.
And then you get to drive to Spook Central.
Yep.
Central Park West.
And that's cool because you get 3 landmarks there. You don't just get that, not to spoil a tour, but we've all seen Ghostbusters. But Holy Trinity Church and 55 Central Park West right next to each other. And then over yonder, you can see Tavern on the Green.
You can.
Actually, the group that I had, it was a couple and their 2 kids. It was his 8th birthday, and they were actually going to Tavern on the Green for dinner that night.
Oh, really?
The whole Ghostbusters day. So it was a lot of fun. But yeah, so, and then from there you go down to the New York Public Library. We have some groups that...
What's that got to do with Ghostbusters?
You know, it's just, I think I want to educate people on the paranormal. Maybe take a book out. You know, reading, we need to keep our reading levels up in this country, folks. So yeah, so I've had people run down the stairs. I've had some proposals reenacted there. It's been a lot of fun.
I think the first tour I did with you, so I don't know if you know this history, but... Our family was the first tour, right?
Yeah, technically, absolutely, absolutely. Honestly, it was the first time we took this car into the city, like full blown. The first time it went into the city was Halloween night in 2020, and for no pun intended, it was a ghost town. Literally, there was no one there. We were on the West Side Highway, running around, taking pictures. But then he reached out, and then. Hey, I want to go to these. That was kind of the game plan already. And then we did our first ghost tour, videotaped videotaped, how old do I sound? Recorded it.
Back in the 80s,
Listen,
when we had videotape recording.
Yes, I'm pretty sure it was, 8mm film.
8mm film.
Just cranking it out.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the first ghost tour. And it was the first time we really got the full effect of what it was driving one of these cars through New York City.
And I grabbed a trap and ran down the stairs with it.
Yeah, he actually went up. Now we don't usually do that in the tour because we're on the opposite side, but he elected to go right full Regala, Proton Pack, trap, right in 55 Central Park West. And they couldn't have been happier.
I was very happy. Yeah. My daughter was very happy too.
Yeah.
She got to wear a Proton Pack outside the library. That was pretty epic.
Yeah, and it is... Honestly, even if you're not a Ghostbusters fan, right? So like throw Ghostbusters out the window. Riding in this car... Just seeing the people's reactions is the most fun part of it. And
it's crazy. People go insane in New York City. When they see this car, you're basically treated like royalty.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And I know some of you that are on the live stream Celeste just texted me. So, are you talking about me on the live stream? I am talking about you, Celeste. Yes.
Absolutely. There have been several of your children that have been featured in.
I think all of my kids have been in the car.
Oh.
And yes, for a future time, we have a safety video that's going to be added to the tour in a future iteration. And 3 of my kids are part of that, so it's kind of funny.
That's true. The safety video was a lot of fun. I had this idea. This man made it come to life. It's really cool. Just think like a airline spoof and an ecto, but it's pretty funny. It's a lot of fun. So we're definitely going to be throwing that out there soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I use him, his children. I exploit his entire family for the benefit of Gotham Cinema Rides.
Exactly.
It's just what I do.
And then we need to mention, of course, the most important place in the tour, the final stop, which is...
Oh, it doesn't stop at the library?
Oh, maybe it does.
Oh,
we stop at the library and then we just
that's
read.
right, Cat's Deli.
That's it.
Yeah, we go, we take a pastrami on rye and, call it a day.
We go to the headquarters of Ghostbusters, Hook and Ladder 8.
That is right. That we do make that last stop.
Yeah. If he does drive you in the wrong direction, just tap him on the shoulder and say, "Hey, you're going the wrong way."
Yeah. Sometimes I just kind of forget what I'm doing and just how it goes.
So it's supposed to go up 5th Avenue.
Yes.
Past where the sewer chase happened, or the sewer dragon chase happened, not sewer chase. There was never a sewer chase.
Honestly, I think Sony just threw us a bone when they did that because they're like, well, these guys do tours, so let's just put it on the tour route. Because if you don't know, the public library is on 5th Ave as well. So you go down 20 blocks and you're chasing the sewer dragon.
Right.
Now, I do have a habit of telling people I can pick out the exact manhole it pops out of. Now, here's a secret. I don't really know, but I like to pretend I do.
But having said that, Nick, just to defend your honor there for a second.
All right.
We were all stood there watching them film the chase sequence.
Yes.
Right. So I was there, Nick was there, and again, 2 of my kids.
Yes.
Were there.
Very early on a Father's Day.
Very early. That was my Father's Day gift from them, to come into the city with me and watch them film Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, which was pretty freaking awesome.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's crazy that the 2 new movies for Ghostbusters, none of it was filmed in New York City, aside from the B-roll and the stunt team. So like McKenna, Paul, all those guys, they filmed it in London. They filmed it in Canada for the first, the other 2 movies. So we got to see the only filming that they truly did.
In New York since the original Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Since probably 88, 89 when they filmed 2. So
yeah. But we got the stunt guys were amazing.
Oh,
and shout out to AC Martin, who was the double for McKenna, who is a lovely person, and spent time took a photo with my kids at the filming, and then she came out. If you've seen any of my videos about Ghostbusters Day, she came out to Ghostbusters Day last year, and I had the honor of letting her wear the proton pack that I just built, which was pretty cool. I spent all this time building it. I'm like, okay, I'm going to hand it to a cast member and see what the cast member from the movie really thinks of my work.
Yeah.
And that was pretty cool. So yeah, shout out to her and her amazing stunt work that she does in other movies as well.
Yeah, and you know what? I hope her brother's doing better.
Yes.
I know that her brother was going through some stuff. So I hope everything is going better over there as well for that. So.
Yeah, shout out to it. And again, if you don't know, the community, particularly the Ghostbusters community, rallied together.
Sure.
To
as
help,
they do.
To help our brother, which was amazing. Yeah. I'm going to jump up and check what else is on the chat here real quick. Yeah. And then I think people will be saying, guys, are you going to announce the winners?
Yeah, seriously.
So,
we just like to hear ourselves.
Let me just scroll down here. And if you're watching the YouTube, I'm out of frame because sorry, live stream folks on Instagram. Mersk is saying, did the voiceover... Mersk is online. He did the voiceover for the first trailer, Nick.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
There you go. Would love a tour in the 1A next June.
Oh, okay.
That's... is the 1A joining the fleet anytime soon? Watch this space.
It's interesting. We have a Project 60 car that we're converting to a 59. And we haven't really decided if we want to go Afterlife or Frozen Empire with the suicide door and the gunner seat, or we've toyed with the idea of doing a 1A. Now, I know James, the owner of the Ecto in Manhattan, is chomping at the bit to go for a 1A. He's a big GB2 guy, so shout out to you, James, if you're around watching tonight. But I don't know. What you tell us. Like, we are here to service you.
Nick likes to buy cars. I'm just going to say that.
I do. You know, some people at night, they scroll like Instagram or Facebook or anything, but I will be on Mecum, I will be on Barrett Jackson, I will be on eBay, I'm an eBay junkie. I will find a car and I will send it to our car builder here, Kevin, wizard at everything, and he'll just continually text me, stop buying junk, I don't want to fix that, please stop doing that.
Nick will text me a screenshot of his phone at late time of night of some kind, and I'm like, what's this from Nick? And it will be like, should I buy this car? And I'm like, it's not my money. I don't know what to tell you.
I have eyes on a 77 Camaro, a yellow Camaro, which is Bumblebee from the first Transformers, and it looks beautiful and great. So I screenshot him. The price is good. He's like, please stop buying junk. It's not worth it. So yeah, you know, I have to go through layers to get that approval for cars. But yeah, I do like buying cars. So
there was another good question actually, and the question. Sorry, I can't read it from here, but I did consume it mentally.
I can't even read it with my glasses.
So it was a question from someone in the UK that was asking about ghost tours in and around Ghostbusters Day, because they're going to be here, and they were just asking, are we going to put more dates up on the calendar of spaces available?
Yeah.
So I think yes is the answer. I think give us a little bit of time, because we're moving in the trajectory of having a more digital presence to support the process for this. So really this is the first time we've had a bookable online system for Gotham Cinema Rides, and it's working great so far.
So far, so good.
Let us know if it's not, and Nick will get on the phone to me, and we'll fix that. But yes, the intention would be to hopefully over the next kind of 6 months and into next year figure out broadly and have you the ability to book times and dates.
Yeah.
Because especially I know that a lot of you watching, and again, you know, we can only have 2 winners tonight for the Comicon tickets, and we will get to that in a second. But also, I know people will be coming into this. Not everyone's coming in the city for Comic-Con, so you know, if you are interested in a tour and the dates aren't up yet, please put your contact information into the system. So if you go to the booking page underneath the calendar, you'll see a little place to sign up. Throw in your name and your email address, and then you'll be on our mailing list, and then you'll get news immediately when we share it about when new tours are coming up, when the calendar's been updated, all that kind of stuff, and that will just give you access to all that information. But thank you for that question. It's a really good question.
Yeah, and just so you guys know, as we continually push the envelope on the website, getting the booking up, I mean, we'll run tours Monday through Thursday 3 times a day. You know, usually 10:30, 1:30, and then 8:30 at the night tour. So it's not specific to New York Comic Con weekend. It's not specific to Ghostbusters Day. The only time that we kind of veer off is maybe in the winter time when the weather's a little chillier. Although it'll stay pretty warm in that thing. So, but yeah, so
it was very toasty 2 days ago.
Oh man, yeah. Muncher keeps eating our AC vents. I tell you, it is tough some days wearing that suit.
I need to add that actually. So on the website, it talks about what to expect from the car.
Heat.
And I need to add heat. Because one of the things that's often surprising to people is that it's a classic car and doesn't have any seatbelts. So, and even when I get into it, I'm
phantom
seatbelt syndrome.
Yeah.
But
I give everyone out there credit who has brought a kid in the car for ghost tours, because some people might be like, hey, you know, like I don't want to bring my kid. I've had kids that are like 3 years old in there, and the parents are like, it's fine. In the 80s, it was all good. Now, I agree with that sentiment, so shout out to you guys. But yeah, we run tours all year round. We have 2 cars, obviously, now. We can do the 84 experience with smaller groups, which is the Manhattan here, and it is screen accurate. So like everything that you would have seen in the movie is the same way. It has the jumper seats and all the oscilloscopes. Now in the NJ obviously is a little different. It caters to the larger groups, but yeah, you can book them any day of the year. So just if the date is not up, and we have dates throughout October aside from Comic-Con weekend, just drop us a line, email, or go to the website, and we'll get right back to you and let you know what we can do.
Yeah, and what you'll see on the calendar right now is all the bookings for Ecto 1NJ. The Manhattan, you'll see bookings for that appear over the next couple of days. The Manhattan seats 3, the Ecto NJ seats 5.
Yeah, so, and if you have a group of 8, you can do both of them at the same time, and we will follow each other and race through the streets of New York City.
All right, I think it's time to announce winners.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there's probably some angry comments like, "Hey, can you cut to the chase?
When the heck are the winners?
It's Sunday night. There's football on, please."
Wait, so if you want to see winners, I want you to spam that heart button on YouTube. and spam the heart button on Instagram. I think that will show us how desirous the audience is to see it. It's not even look. This iPad is still on the loading screen.
Yeah, I bought it. He's like, do you have one? I'm like, yeah, I think so, but I guess we never set it up. So I see some hearts. I have
There's
my glasses on.
All right, I'm gonna leave camera for a second, and I'm gonna go grab our very official envelopes that have
good.
the names.
So I get to
of
talk
the
to the
talk.
internet without you.
You do, yeah.
Oh, fun times. But I just New York Comic Con is going to be a great time. You know what? If you have an event in October as well, we rent all of the cars out. So it's not just ghost tours for Gotham Cinema Rides. If you want a DeLorean, you need Lightning McQueen, you need the Jurassic Park Wrangler, you need some other things that might be coming up, just reach out to us. We do all kinds of events, and it's not just birthday parties. If you have a corporate event, we do the whole thing. We do event planning, we do cakes, we do balloon arches, we do candy tables. We can do your whole theme built around the car, or even if it's not, if it's something movie related, we have the costumes and the cosplay that we can kind of evolve that for you. So we're kind of spreading our wings, if so to speak, this year into next year, into that party event planning space. So don't just think of us as the ghost tour guys, because we do so much more than just that. So if you have anything related to an event, birthday party, just drop us a line. And Matt knows me very well, so when someone has an idea, I don't, one, like to say no, and two, I just kind of try to make it happen. Like,
that's true, usually that day.
Yeah, so I threw something at him before. He's like, I don't know if we can do it. I'm like, yeah, we can do it. Don't worry about it. So keep that in mind, guys. So it's not just ghost tours. We do every kind of rental here, as we broaden the fleet of vehicles that we have.
And we got something. I mean, we got some big things brewing, hopefully, for the next 18 months.
Something
which we're
10,000 square feet size.
We're excited. Hopefully, it will happen. But we're excited.
Again, I'm gonna make it happen. But anyway, I digress. So let's cut to the chase.
Okay, so I have two envelopes. One with the Creative Geekery logo, and one with the Gotham Cinema Rides logo. I'll let you carry that. Now, just to remind everybody how this worked, we asked you guys to do a couple of things, and the rules are slightly different for Creative Geekery than they were for Gotham Cinema Rides. So for Gotham Cinema Rides, it was make sure you're following Gotham Cinema Rides and following Ecto1NJ, which you typically were, Ecto1NJ. But the big thing was to follow Gotham Cinema Rides, and then to sign up on the website. And if you wanted an extra entry, you could tag 3 people in the post, which some people went ahead and did.
Yeah.
And so if you did both of those things, you got an additional entry. You got your original entry and an additional one. For Creative Geekery, it was almost identical, except that you should subscribe to our YouTube channel and then go and access, again, the web area and sign in there. And if you wanted an extra entry, again, on the post, tag 3 people.
Yeah, I entered both, honestly, because I don't even have one. I'm just the schlep guy outside. They're like, hey man, you need to go
Nick's
store.
Nick's name is not in here, just so you know. We are not about to open this envelope and go, oh, it's Nick and Matt that won the Comic-Con passes. That would suck.
Well,
so, yes. So nobody in our families entered these competitions.
All right, so I guess without further ado, I'll let you go first.
All right, are we ready for this?
Are
we ready for the Creative Geekery one? I'm going to open this.
Everyone's ready to hear him announce my name.
And so it was chosen at random from all the people that entered.
I take his word for it because I have no idea.
It was all done at random. And the winner of the Creative Geekery ticket is Kimberly Rivera.
All right. Congratulations, Kimberly.
Congratulations, Kimberly. You win 2 Comic-Con tickets.
4-day passes.
4-day passes, and we'll reach out to you at your email and get in contact with you so we can make sure you get a hold of those. But congratulations, well done. And sorry to those of you that entered and didn't win. There'll be another chance for something again in the future, but congratulations, Kimberly.
All right,
Nick, over to you.
All right.
Do a drum roll.
Not really, but you know what? I'm loving this envelope. Can we get some more stationery with his logo on it? I mean, the guy who created it is a super genius, but all right, here we go.
Who that would be.
Self-plug this guy. All right, so here we go. Gotham Cinema, Ecto1NJ. Here we go. All right, congratulations to Jason Linetsky. There it is. Jason Linetsky, congratulations. You have won 2 4-day New York Comic Con passes. Matt will tell me how to get in touch with you because I have no idea.
I have all the information. You will also get an email.
Yes, and we will send this to you as well if you really want it.
We can, yeah.
Yes.
We can send it. We can sign it and send it to you. It would make it worth less than it is
Probably,
now.
yes, exactly. I don't think anybody needs my signature, but hey, congratulations to the both of you. Thank you so much for entering. Thank you to everyone who's entered. We really appreciate the support. We're going to do a lot more fun things like this coming up. There might be, maybe, possibly, I don't know, some free Ghost Tours Weekly coming up.
There might be.
In the month of October, so stay tuned to that.
Which is why it's a good reason to, like we said, sign up, because there will be more giveaways. And I'm sure that people watching would love to get a free tour in one of these things.
I mean, it's a lot of fun, and honest, anyone who's been on a ghost tour, they gave me a PA in the car, right? So like we have a lot of fun just talking to people and interacting with folks there. So it's not even just seeing the sights and then seeing the people's reactions. We make public service announcements. Now, I've tried to negotiate with Uber bikers because I get real hungry when I do tours. And like, if I got back to back, I don't need a lot. So we'll negotiate and haggle with them and have some fun with people on the street. It's usually a pretty good time. I try to keep it light, fun, exciting.
It's a lot of fun. Yeah, the PA is one of the best parts of the car.
Yeah, and the cool thing too is, going to the non-Ghostbuster fact, we go through pretty much uptown and downtown. So you see a lot of other cool sights along the way. I mean, you'll see Rockefeller Center, you'll see the Empire State Building. There's a great shot coming down 7th on the way to the firehouse of One World Trade. And your tour guide, whoever that may be, will point them out as well in case you aren't familiar with the city. So it's not just a great way to experience Ghostbusters, it's a great way to experience New York City. It's an intimate thing. It's not, you're not getting put in a big bus with 45 different people, and it's a lot of fun. So,
it is. And if you want to get a sense of what it's like, you can check out that video we mentioned earlier, right? The first tour that we did.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So that's on Creative Geekery on YouTube. You can check that out. And also one of the other fun videos kind of showing it is the making of video where we made the trailer. So, so the trailer that's up right now in Central Park, I was going to say. I don't know why it would be in Central Park.
Yes,
it's Times Square.
In the zoo by the lions.
Yeah, so the video that was up in Times Square, there's a whole making of, and you can see us hanging out of vehicles and doing crazy crap in New York City, which you talked about the kind of bucket list thing for seeing the video up in Times Square.
Oh yeah.
Filming at the firehouse with the Ecto, that was a bucket list moment.
I agree. Now, it's cool because that last scene in Frozen Empire when they speed away past the firehouse, that's the exact same thing that we did in the trailer.
And we shot that before they did.
We did. Sorry, Sony. We didn't mean to jump on you, but yeah.
I think they saw the trailer and went, yeah.
Well, that's why they did the Fifth Ave sewer trains, because they're like, oh, these guys already do it.
Yeah.
Why not?
Exactly.
So, but yeah, so again, it's a really cool way to experience New York City. The whole town embraces it. It's just
the cops let us through and play Ghostbusters music for us.
Yeah, honestly, 2 weeks ago, I had a police officer stop. I'm like, oh, all right, because technically the lights you're not supposed to have them even up there. And I'm like, all right, well, let's see. And the police officer looks at me and goes, "Thank you for your service." I'm like, "Thank you, sir." And I just kind of drove away. So, but that's the kind of reaction that you get in New York City with that car. So again, great experience for Ghostbusters. Great experience to see New York City. It's a ton of fun, I promise you. And if it doesn't, well, I don't know. You can yell at me. I don't know, but
it's guaranteed to always.
And now with the Firehouse too, because when we launched them back in 23, the Firehouse didn't really have the sign. But now the sign is literally just like the movie.
Permanent feature of New York City.
There for good. Now, Nick did tell me they removed it a couple days when they were shooting some JFK biopic or something. But they did put it back. It's right over where it's literally like it was 1983 and they were shooting Ghostbusters. So it's pretty cool. And when the doors open, you can see the Ghostbusters 2 sign from the original movie that the Firehouse still has, and all the patches from the chapters out there.
The only thing that's really different is that Tribeca is no longer a demilitarized zone.
Oh, yes, that's true. That's true. You used to be able to drive through New York York City, but apparently you can't. You know, it's tough to do that. So
there's a lot more cool apartments in Tribeca now than there were in '84.
Definitely. You know what though? When we filmed that trailer, if you look at that video, we filmed it in the demilitarized zone just to get the vibe. Okay, but it's amazing.
Oh, there is a part that literally felt like that.
Yeah. So it's funny what he made. He made his movie magic that made it look so cool, but where we were filming was not great. So
it was perfect for what we needed. It was great.
Yes, and shout out to another one of your kids because he was was in it. Max was in there too.
Max was in it.
Yeah. Oh, man, I'm not paying these kids royalties, though. So they were minors. They're not getting a nickel from me. But yeah, so again, congrats to our winners. Any closing thoughts before we head out? Because I'm sure, you know, people have other things they need to do.
Nothing else. Unless you've got any questions for us, please throw them in the chat. I saw a few people. Hi, folks that have been putting stuff in comments. We made an error. This iPad, if you're new here, did not get logged in, and so we can't see the chat.
It says
here.
Hello though.
And even though we both have our glasses on, it requires some effort to see the comments.
Yeah.
So apologies in advance for that,
but,
or apologies for that. And it's not in advance because we're done.
Yeah, we're done. We're done. But hey, listen, Comic-Con weekend, Thursday to Sunday, the Ectos duo will be out there. You can book right on site. You just come up to us and find us. We'll tell you if there's a slot open.
Wait, what's a group of ectos? Is it like an
ecti?
Ecti?
Ecti. And you know what? If we ever
is it a haunt of ectos?
Ooh, that's a good one. I don't know. We'll leave that up to the internet to decide.
We'll figure that out. Yeah. I think
someone sophisticated.
Put it in chat.
Yeah.
Extraplasm will have a good answer for that. I know.
We can do like a match game giveaway one day.
We could.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Of ectos. They keep bringing that show back every like 5 years. So like, I don't know. It was on the other night, and I'm like, why is this on? But yeah, so so New York Comic Con. Check out GothamCinemaRides.com. Book your tour today. And again, if you need any of these cars rentals for the Halloween season, it's our favorite season. Just reach out either through the website or bookings at GothamCinemaRide.com. Tell us what you need. Date, time is always appreciated, so we can let you know if we do have availability and the pricing. But yeah, that'll do it from my end.
And we'll start putting up more stuff on the website so you can automatically book stuff as we go. All of October, as we said, is all there electronically.
Quite busy. So, but yeah, I'm telling you, keep it locked to the socials. New York Comic Con weekend. I think we have something pretty special planned.
We do.
We're gonna see if we get executed. But going back to that one person who asked, there'll be some fun stuff around New York Comic Con.
There will.
Even on the outside.
There will.
Yeah.
And we'll share a bit of a taste of that because, as you know, we went to Times Square with the car and got the footage of the vehicle with the trailer that was up in Times Square.
Yeah.
We filmed the behind the scenes of that process, which was pretty chaotic. Mm-hmm. And so hopefully in the next couple of days on Crave Geekery on YouTube, you'll get to see what that was like behind the scenes to make that photo and that video happen.
Just chaos, but fun. I enjoyed myself, you know, so, but yeah, definitely. I mean, he'll definitely put something fun together for you guys. So, anything else?
Well, just again, congratulations to our winners.
Yes.
And
we'll be in touch with you in the next couple hours if you haven't reached out to us already, and then we'll get you these passes, or we'll deliver them to you firsthand right there at Comic-Con.
We'll be there.
We will be there every single day.
We will.
I will probably lose 10 pounds wearing that jumpsuit if it's this hot out. So, thank you again, everybody who joined tonight, who entered the contest, who are following all of these wonderful things that we're trying to do for you. Just again, thank you so much from both of us. We really appreciate the support, and we hope to continue to deliver all these fun things to you.
We do.
All right.
Take care, guys. Folks. Now we're gonna do this really
awkward, like, hey, welcome to the cat. We
like,
can't. Yeah.
The button.
It's just hit
the X. All right. Bye, everybody. Yeah, it's hit the X.